Trucker John Billy, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Long time since I've come on here live. Been crazy busy doing all kinds of stuff, having issues that I had to get worked out with this computer. I got it fixed, so I should be getting videos and stuff put back out there as well. Figured I'd come on and tie a few jigs, see how everybody's doing. Hey, bud. Little man. Y'all see his little clip of this weekend? Took that big old catfish. And Dad messed up on that one. Didn't have the net in the boat. But quite the memory. Pro-Am Outdoors, how you doing, buddy? But hopefully some people come on. I know I haven't been on in a while, so if they don't, then my bad. My bad. I'm gonna tie up some colors here. I was told it worked pretty good on Grenada. So tie up just a few, some orange and chartreuse. I heard it's really good. I'm gonna do orange with the orange body and orange head, orange body, and chartreuse tail. No, we're gonna do a chartreuse body with chartreuse tail, just the orange head. See what we think. Slab Doc Lamar, what's up, brother? You know, I haven't been live in for so long, and my videos have been slacking. I apologize to everybody for that. But we're gonna get back on track here. Had a lot going on with tournaments and work's been nuts, guys. Work has been absolutely crazy. I just finished up a project. Now I'm gonna have some time. But man, got together with my buddy Frank, who runs the trail. I'm sure you guys follow me on Facebook and we're friends on Facebook and whatnot. See my post. We went to a new body of water. Been wanting to go there and check it out because it's full of timber. It's Houston County Lake, by the way. And I'm sure you saw my little 3-minute preview of this video that I'm going to have out. I'm going to work on that the rest of this week, and we'll get it out to you guys this week. And I still got part 2 of one man limit on Conroe. I went out by myself, which has gave me a problem with the editing, but I got it figured out now, so we'll get that one done too. I think we're good with all the editing issues I've had. I haven't tied jigs in quite a while. I honestly haven't been using them. I've been using a lot of plastics this summer, smaller size plastics.
Or just normal minnows.
Or tipping with minnows. Summertime tipping with minnows is always a good deal. But fall is coming. You couldn't tell with the temperature, but it is coming. And that's when I like using the hair tie. Get to some of these comments here in just a second. Get this one jig tied up. But yeah, it's been a hot summer. Man, the bite has been on Conroe has been tricky, but that's normal for Conroe. Summertime, typically tricky here.
Well, gone there and it's been pretty good.
Yeah, we've gone to a few different lakes, and the bite's typically much better on other lakes. So
Thanks, Mike.
I see you, bud.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah. So Frank and I wanted to go up there and check out that lake. We've been we don't fish together. We're usually fishing against each other. But he asked me what I was doing, and I had the day off. I said, "Yeah, let's go." So we went and broke the lake down together real quickly. I mean, and within 10 minutes, we had it figured out where the crappie were. You would think on that lake that it's all timber. If you've ever been on that lake, it is solid, solid timber. And you think they'd be on the timber, but it wasn't the case. We broke it down pretty quickly. First thing we noticed when we got there was a thermocline. And the thermocline was sitting right about 15 foot, 15, 16 foot. If y'all know about thermocline, them fish aren't going to be below that. All the bait fish are sitting right above it, and the crappie are sitting right above it as well. So that ruled out a lot of water. You know you're not going to go catch them in, more than 15 foot of water. So then we know what to look for. So we go into 15 foot of water and find fish above that. So pretty easy, pretty quick. Small lake, nice lake, a lot of fun. And I caught the lake record for black crappie. So that video should be pretty good. But I was talking to I was talking to Sid Lewis, and he was telling me these are a good color right here, chartreuse and orange. So I'm gonna do some chartreuse heads, orange body, chartreuse tails. I'll mix it up. I'll do the exact opposite as this one right here. But hi bud. All right, let me get some of these comments, see who's all on here. Appreciate y'all joining in tonight. I know it's been a long time. I'll be blabbering off the mouth here, but let's get back to some of you guys' comments. Pro-Am, Slab Doc, what's up? Won't be on here very long at my parents' eating homemade chicken and dumplings. Oh, that's awesome, Pro-Am. Appreciate you stopping in anyway, bud. I'm just gonna do my thing. Saculate Bandit, what's up? How you doing, brother? Been slaying them on Lake Houston. Gonna try a new lake this weekend. Awesome. Good deal, Slab. Man, that's what you need to do. Get out there, get on them new bodies of water, in bowling we have this term, and I guess you can use this term in crappie fishing too. We call it a house bowler. And what that is that's a bowler who is good in a house. You know what I mean? They got their home house. They're good at it. They're good at house shots. But you get them out of their comfort zone, put them in a new bowling center, different lane conditions. They don't do it because it's a pride thing, I guess, or their ego. You know, it gives them a taste of that humble pie that we always talk about. So, getting out, hitting them new lakes, man, it's all learning. It is all learning, and all it's going to do is make you better. You're going to get struggle on some of them. You're going to kick butt on the other ones, but the more you do it, the faster you're going to break down a lake. The faster when you get on a lake, you're going to find the fish. Oh, man, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a challenge. And, man, it's coming along. I mean, I've been fishing tournaments. Y'all know I fished Wally Marshall Classic, and I fished some pretty big tournaments. And, man, I don't know. I didn't know half the stuff I know now. So the more you do it, the better you get. And things are starting to click for me. James and I are clicking pretty good and figuring things out pretty good. So confidence. I have confidence, and I'm not afraid to go on any body of water and find the fish. So, Lamar, that's awesome, man. That's what you need to do, and it's just gonna make you better. Yardley, what's up, man? How are you doing? Man, I still got some stuff for you. We need to hook up, my friend. I still got it sitting here for you. If you want to, man, give me uh, go to my email address, write me an email, give me your address, and I'll ship this stuff out. Or we can just meet, but it's just been crazy. Um, you can put my email in the comments. There, if you want to email me your address, man, I'll get that out to you. I've been sitting on it. It's been sitting over here. Not that I haven't wanted to get it to you. I just figured we are gonna meet up someday, and it just hasn't happened yet. Tool Man Tony, what is up, brother? Little man said he's going upstairs. Mike Bryan, how's it going, brother? Yeah, that was good job with William, bad job with me on that big blue. That was unexpected. What was funny about that, I tell you this is, so we're catching crappie, all along, and I never saw that big cat on live scope or anything, but all of a sudden I'm looking at William. He's sitting next to me up front, and he's trying to yank a snag out. He thought he was snagged up, and then I look and I see his line starting to move. And I told him, I said, William, stop, you got a fish. And he's like, what? And it just was 40 minutes of a fight. And I mean, I got 10 minutes of that video that I edited and just kind of threw out there quickly. But man, that was an awesome experience for him, a memory that he's never going to forget. And of course, Dad messed it up at the end, not having a net. I feel terrible about it. But on the other hand, I uh, I really didn't want that slimy fish in my boat. So, but yeah, that was fun. Chad Jack, what's up? How's it going, brother? Fly guy, Cedric, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Long time no talk to. Glad y'all are coming back on. Y'all miss me? Everything's good here. I promise. It's been busy. River CTO9. What lake do I fish? Typically, I live right on Lake Conroe, so I do a lot of fishing on Conroe. I guide on Conroe, um, but I go everywhere. We fish tournaments everywhere, and the trail this year was really good. We went out to a bunch of different lakes, and I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to grow. We're going to try and get the kids involved next season, and state championships coming up here the 13th and 14th. It's a 2-day event, and that's going to be on Lake Merval. And we have a big meeting after the first day weigh-in. We're gonna have big fish fry. It's gonna be a good time, and I'm looking forward to it. Lamar, I know you and Kenny been up there and fished. I've never fished that lake. I know it's not very big. I don't think it's gonna take me very long to find the fish on it and break it down, so I'm not too worried about it. I know there's some really nice fish in there. Um, I will be going up the Thursday and the Friday, do a little bit of scouting on the water, find them big fish, so I can go back and stick them Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be a good time. I am extremely excited about it, and we also made a third in Angler of the Year, so top 5 make it to Grenada for the Crappie Masters National Championship. So that's why I'm tying these jigs up here. different colors. And, you know, can't pre-plan enough. Got to keep the options open. So, but yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Well, let's see. Look like you lose weight, big homie. Man, I've been working my tail off, brother. So as of lately, now I'm starting to wind down a little bit, and it's not intentional. I just all around these job sites, up and down, walking around, and getting a lot of exercise. I still eat plenty. Had a big old porterhouse yesterday. Huge steak, man. That was good. But I'm still big and fat. Sac-a-lait Bandit. I'm the 4-hour crappie fisherman now. The heat has me shutting down at 11 a.m. The bite is awesome on Lake Houston. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's definitely hot. Um, we've been we've been going out. I took my coworker out. If y'all saw pictures, and I took him out Saturday, and we got him a 20. We got him a limit in just a few hours. You know, this heat's tough. Matter of fact, we've been pretty much every time I go out. I've been going to other lakes though. Conroe's I haven't even fished Conroe in a while because I know the bite is could be tricky out there, and I want to go feel the thump. I don't want to be messing with finicky fish. So I've been hitting up different lakes, and man, the bite's been phenomenal. You just get it in front of them, and they'll smash it. And like I said, I've been using small plastic, just a little blue and chartreuse, uh, like a little shad bait, blue body chartreuse tail. That's what I used on Sam Rayburn. That's what I used on Houston, um, and that's worked real well. You see the video when I flip a fish or two in. There's a big white on there. I think it was almost 2 pounds that I flipped in on that little preview at the end, and you can see the bait really well. What I was using. But that's why I've been using them smaller profile plastics. They've been working real well. And some of them fish, those big fish, if you're targeting them big fish right now, if they don't take that plastic within, first, second drop on them, then I'd put a minnow on just to see if that helps. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. So, but smaller profiles have been working really well for me. And always summertime minnows. I don't particularly care for them. Just cause it's a pain in the butt. I think I'd rather just keep pitching on them with the plastic. So Saturday or Friday when Frank and I went, Frank was using minnows. That's what he was getting bit on. He was using minnows tipped on his jig heads. I never used a minnow once. You'll see in the video, and we both caught a lot of fish. He caught a 180 something black crappie, and then we only caught a couple whites, and they were hard to find. There was a lot of black crappie in that lake, and we pulled up on a uh, brush pile. Well, down log, I'd say a treetop, and that that lake record. It was 2 pounds. I've caught plenty of them bigger, um, but it was 2 pounds right on the nose. The lake record was set in '08 for black crappie at 196. So Frank's like, man, that's a record. He convinced me to go get it weighed and all that. So why not? I mean, there's a couple other lakes where I've actually caught and eaten 4 lake records and never, I probably should have threw them back, but I was kind of younger and wasn't all that into. I was more into making a meal out of fish. But it's gonna be a good video, guys. I try to make it, not too long. It's hard when you have such good footage, and you're catching a lot of fish. You do all these part ones, part twos, and then, it's. I'd rather just have one good video. Slab dog. Good old house bowlers pound their chest and run their mouths at the house. They don't fare too well on the road at other houses. That's right. That's right, Lamar. You know, matter of fact, I'm sitting here. I just pulled this out of the garage. It's got cobwebs. I got two of these back to backs. I don't know if y'all can see it, but these are Masters champions. I got to get the other one out of the garage as well. Clean them up. I'm gonna put them on the wall. But yeah, it was on a really tough pattern on television back in 2012 and 2013. My bowling skills. You know, I've been bowling since I was 4 years old, so I've done it a long time, and it paid off that year. I'm only the fifth person in 60, almost 70 years to have won back to back. So I know a little bit about winning. I'm just gonna trying to get that turned over to that crappie deal. That's why I'm very competitive and I love the tournaments. So and I'll never give up. So you guys will keep seeing me doing tournaments until the day I go meet my maker. But yeah, house bowlers. That's all I think about when certain people don't want to get out and fish these trails, and you know, uh, I think they got too much pride, and you know, I get it. It costs money to go do. I understand that. But I don't think money's a factor for me just because I love it so much. You know, if you have room, bring it to Merval. I'll be there to spectate. I will bring it, Yardley, for sure, man. I need to get this stuff to you. Definitely. I will bring it. And like I said, I will be there Thursday, Friday. Matter of fact, James and I are bunking with Frank. They got a house rented Friday, Saturday night. So we'll be right there where we're going to have our meeting and all that. But yeah, you got it, brother. I will bring it. Merval is located. Lamar, you can probably do that one better, isn't it? Starts with a C. I know it's north of Toledo Bend. It's about 3 hours from here, a little over 3 hours. Man, I can't even think of the little town it's in. I'm sure Lamar knows. He was just there a couple weeks ago with Kenny. Just small. I think it's what 3,000 acre lake. It's not very big, but it'll got some big fish. What's up, partner? James decided to join us. I just been running my mouth so much. I only tied one jig. Good catching up with everybody. I haven't been on in so long. Appreciate y'all stopping in. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Tournament scene. Lots of fun. It's fun when you start figuring it out. Oh, and my live well. Um, y'all, I don't think I put anything on Facebook or on YouTube about my live well. But on TikTok and Facebook, James and I created a live well system because Somerville, I lost fish. We would have been in the top three easily with a fish that possibly would have won it if them fish wouldn't have died. Um, so it was really annoyingly bad, and wasn't good. I was very upset about it. It's all part of tournament fishing, but had to do something. So my new live well setup is awesome. That's all I can say. It's awesome. I can keep the water temperature in that live well just by adding bags of ice to my ice box. I got an ice box with tubes connected, and I can keep that temperature any temperature I want. It has a switch on it that when it goes above that temperature, it'll kick the pump on, which circulates the ice water that's or the tubing that's in where the ice is, and it keeps that live well cool. I run it right around 70 degrees. All you gotta do is add, I think, 2 bags of ice in the morning, and then one during midday towards noon, and it'll keep the live well right at 70 degrees all day. And then fish love it. So it's a big success. I got it figured out, and we didn't have any fish die on Rayburn. Toledo Bend is the second tournament that we fished that the fish died, and that's what really got me motivated to do something with the live well. And we have it fixed now, so I'm super excited about that. No more excuses, as SK would say. We kept our fish live. We came in third at Sam Rayburn. It was pretty tight in the top three. We were less than a half a pound from winning it. So, but the battle is keeping them alive and getting them to the weigh-in. So we got that covered now. So things are going to be a little different. And like I said, confidence level is really high. You need that good confidence level when you're doing these tournaments, and just fish for crappie. Period. If you don't have the confidence in what you're doing, then it makes it tougher. This is a different Chanel here. I wanted to try it. It's more of a fuzzy one. I think I don't like that one better. But yeah, confidence is key. Moving around a lot, having lots of spots, all key. But you need to have confidence in your bait, what you're doing, and the more you do it, the more confidence you're going to have. Yeah, this stuff here might be too common, so I think I'm going to make some silver ones tonight too. Some chrome heads here. Now these are actually a little bigger. I'm probably going to make some like this that are smaller. These are 1/8 ounce. I'm probably going to make some 16th ounce. So that's more of a yellow Chanel, and the other one's a chartreuse, so pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to make some smaller profile ones as well. But yeah, these jig heads are, get them from Chris Guthrie. These are the minnow head ones. I powder coat them. They got a number 2 sickle hook on them, and they're very strong. I think these are mustad hooks, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see here. Carthage, yes, that's the one. I knew it started with a C. Yeah, Beast Outdoors, JJ, have you used rabbit zonker strips on a jig? I have not. I typically use just the Chanel, the typical. I got all kinds of Chanel, different colors, different. I mean, I got some really long stuff. I got lots of this silver, it's a good color. I mean, I got this whole thing is full of Chanel. And then this is all flash. I probably showed you all this before. This is all flash in here. This whole thing is full of flashing, different colors. I got some rubber tails as well. Got a lot of material. But most of my tail feathers or tail stuff is all bucktail. I got there's some blue and black on it. There's some some gray, some more different colored blue. We got this stuff here, which is a synthetic. Here's some synthetic and purple. I mean, I haven't even tied jigs with a lot of this stuff. And there's some pink right there, like that. Pink and black, really good color. Pink chartreuse. I mean, a lot of this stuff I've just picked up from people that stopped tying or whatever, what have you. Here's kind of like a synthetic material. It's kind of like it's really like a candy apple red. Well, most of my material is bucktail. And I do have some feather stuff. I mean, like, I don't ever use it. But there's some feathers. I mean, I could probably make some pretty awesome stuff. I mean, I got a whole bag full of turkey feathers. I'm sure they'd work really good. Got your Hobby Lobby feathers. You know, all this stuff you can make work. I just never really done much with feathers. Now and then I'll make a couple out of it. This synthetic here works pretty good. In the water, it's definitely a little different of an action. You can't tell the color, but that's really a bright lime, like a lime truth color. Hey Sid, how you doing, buddy? Awesome talk earlier on the phone, man. I appreciate that. And, I'm looking forward to seeing you in September, my friend. And congratulations on that big 360, or I think you said 360 on your post. That's a slab right there. I've never caught a 3-pounder, and I'm hoping I can do it during the championship down there. And if I'm going to do it, that's going to be the lake to do it on. So I have complete confidence I will. And if not, I'll give it my all. That's how it is. But doing a little bit of the orange chartreuse. A little bit of hair tying going on. Dark horse fishing molds. We are learning more and more every time we go out. The only way to win these tournaments is to learn, and put that knowledge to work. That ain't no joke. It's very true, James. Very true. And yes, we fished together quite a long time now, and we're learning a lot together. So it's all gonna pay off. Heck, you even have confidence now, man. I remember when we first started, you hated crappie fishing, and now you like it. You got it figured out. You're catching a lot more, and it's working out. I'm excited for where we're going, bud. Beast Outdoors. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let me not skip my partner. I love them jig heads. No need to squeeze the eyes to keep the smaller line from slipping out of the eyelets. Yeah, no doubt. Chris Guthrie does definitely get you some good. That's why those come from. Guthrie tackle. Been using his jigs for a long time. There's a reason. Beast Outdoors. I saw a video on the rabbit strip. It replaces the bucktail. It's supposed to move better in the water. Okay, you know, maybe that's what that synthetic stuff is. I bet you this is similar. And you know what? Yes. Matter of fact, now that you say that, I did buy some. This is a synthetic, but I know what you're talking about because I did buy some at some point. I had a couple different colors of it. And yes, okay, I have tied some up with it. I don't have any of it right here. I think I used it all up. But I know this stuff, you can see the movement of this stuff. I think that's synthetic that they're trying to manipulate rather for. Looking forward to seeing you. Absolutely, Sid. Absolutely. It's going to be a blast. Edward Martin. What trolling motor do I have? I have an Altera. We have a love-hate relationship. It's been a good trolling motor. I got a really good deal on it. One of the actually a subscriber, and I've guided him, Jeff. Give me a really good deal on it, and I've been running it for say over a year now, and it's really nice for like guiding and whatnot. But if you don't maintain them and keep up on them, they will definitely cause you issues. And but I don't really have anything bad. It's a 80-pound thrust, 60-inch shaft, 24 volt, and it'll run all day. And let's see, Sam Rayburn, I had it running all day, just moving and moving and searching and searching. And we never once had an issue with battery life. It'll last a long time. It's been pretty good. I mean, eventually I'll probably upgrade to an Ultrex. That I won't have the stow and deploy, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's been a good motor. Byron Walker, what's up, brother? Is Outlaw coming out with anything new in the near future? Uh yes. There is a 6'8" uh that's coming out that I know of. It should be here probably really soon. Um, it's all about the shipping and all that, and issues that all the companies have been having with the shipments and whatnot. But there's been a few of them prototypes bouncing around throughout the pro staff. I don't have one. I know Les and Keaton, they have some. A few of the other staffers been using them and they love them. So that I know of. I believe there's. Don't quote me on it, but I believe they were working on a 9 or 10 foot pink lady outlaw, but I'm not sure if that's still in the works, if that's in a container as well. JR's been really busy. I talked to him maybe 2 weeks ago, and he said he was still waiting on his shipments to come in. So when I hear more about it, though, I'll definitely let you know. But as far as I know there's that 6'8", and I think there's going to be a longer pink lady outlaw. So other than that, I'm not 100% sure what else they got coming out. But I'm going to get to tying this one here. Do another one. And yes, this is been a crazy hot summer. I know that. As long as you have a little breeze out on the water, it's not so bad. But yeah, getting out there early, getting off the water early is key. And like I said, certain lakes bite is definitely a little tougher than others. Conroe's always been one of them lakes. Some people say it's easy. I haven't fished it a lot this summer because I know it's hit and miss. So I'd rather drive a couple hours away and check out some new water. And typically when I go get out away from Conroe, the bite is really good and you catch a lot of fish. And you guys will see that on my videos. That I will be posting plenty of. Now we got stuff all situated. This here is just a kind of a orange with a chartreuse shine into it. And I typically just pinch a handful off. You guys have all watched me tie them before. Nothing special. I'm no master of it at all. But I assure you these will catch fish. But yeah, it's a good tip. Anybody that's not sure, with live scope, that was our key to finding the fish quickly Friday. That thermocline. The fish aren't going to be below it. So and you can see it because it's just a straight line across your screen. You'll see all the bait fish hanging out right around it and above it. That's going to eliminate a lot of water for you when you're out there looking for the fish. So wherever you can find that, when you see it, just don't bother with the water that's deeper than that. And you guys will you'll eliminate a lot of water and you'll find the fish a lot quicker. You think that lake with all that timber in there, it's solid timber. It was worse than Sam Rayburn. You think that lake with all the fish would be on that timber scattered throughout. But they weren't. They didn't like the timber. You had to actually find piles, and you're not really gonna do a lot of big motor, searching. If that lake's got too much timber, you're just gonna beat your equipment up. So you're gonna spend a little more time running your trolling motor through all the stumps and stick ups, looking for brush piles and stuff, because that's what they wanted. They wanted treetops, any kind of brush pile. They were all over the brush pile. And, so it takes a little bit of time when you can't run your side image in very, we pretty much did it with our live scope because you just couldn't cruise through that stuff and side image too much. But it's a good little lake. A lot of fun, peaceful, very nice out there. And there's some big bass in it too. When we went in and had my fish weighed on the certified scales, that they had 14-1. Somebody caught out there for a largemouth, which is really nice fish. And there's that one. Focus for you. All right, nobody got any more questions? Just wanted to get on here tonight, guys, and hang out with y'all and do a little chit chat. And that's what be going on. We got big tournaments coming up. Looking forward to them. If any of you are in the area and want to come visit, weigh in, even come to our meeting Saturday night, it would be awesome. We'd enjoy you coming and putting your input in. Next year, hoping to build this trail up. Like I said, we're going to try and incorporate a junior, something for the kids. And we're going to do a lot of talking at our meeting and fish fry. on that Saturday night. So Yardley, when you come there, make sure you come to the meeting if you're still on here, Yardley. That's where I'll give you your prizes, and you can hang out and meet a bunch of the anglers, and it'll be a good time. Skinny Kenny will be there, Lamar will be there. A lot of good anglers are going to be there. I imagine Clay Gann and Todd Froby, they'll probably be there. West Paxton and his partner Coleman, they'll be there. Of course, I'll be there. Frank will be there. It's gonna be a good time. It's a good time hanging out and chatting with all these people. And yeah, you're all welcome. You're all welcome to come. More input we can get to make the trail better, the better off we are. We're gonna go over some lakes that we may put on the trail next year at a meeting. And, have a little vote on that, stuff like that. Lots coming to this tournament trail. And hopefully we can, us 5 teams that made it, hopefully we can make it to make a good showing in Grenada. He should work pretty good. Wish I'd get it to focus in a little better. There it is. Let's see here. Owen Lund looks good. Thanks, brother. Beast Outdoors. When you see the thermocline below it, does it look like lots of clutter showing up? Yes, Beast, it's going to be a line. A lot of clutter. You know, you'll have a clear screen up top, probably a clear screen below it. But you're going to see a lot of clutter in the line. And that depth is, they're not going to be below that. They're going to be at that depth or higher. And it is profound. You'll see it. You'll even see it on like 2D sonar. You can see it. It's just clutter. And you may even think it's bait fish all lying in a straight line on a certain depth. But that's going to be your thermocline. And like I said, you want to eliminate water. Don't get me wrong. Some lakes you won't even see a thermocline on. But when you do come to a lake that has one, don't fish below it. Eliminate that water. Say it's at 15 feet and you're in 30 foot of water. I wouldn't even waste my time. I would get in 15 foot or shallower, because the water quality is best above that thermocline. So, but yeah, it does. It looks like clutter all in a straight line. Chad Jack, no. I'm running the AGM 31s or whatever they are, just your regular lead acid batteries. I don't have a problem with my batteries dying on me as long as my terminals stay tight. Lake Conroe, one of my terminals loosened up, so yeah, my trolling motor did die on me at 11 o'clock because that battery never charged, took a good charge, or it just ran it dead quicker. So I take and check all that constantly now. I don't know if vibration or running up and down the lake or something, something loosened them up. So I make sure they're tight all the time now, especially before guided trips and especially before tournaments. Um, you need your equipment to work for you. Um, when you have an issue, it's hard enough. You're working really hard out there to get them big fish, and when you got an issue with your equipment, man, it can make your day go pretty bad. So I'm constantly checking stuff now. It's all a learning curve. You learn. There's certain things on everybody's boat that you probably got to pay attention to. Whether it be electrical or whatnot. Something you always want to pay attention to. Um, and that's where I'm at with it. Just regular batteries. I think I got interstates, and matter of fact, my starting battery I believe is just a an AutoZone battery, a deep cycle, dual purpose. But I run. I got two hooked together for 24 volts for my trolling motor, and I'll run my 12-inch graph off of one of those as well. So, and then my other two graphs, I got two 9-inch graphs. I'll run them off the starting battery along with my live wells and all that pumps, and it lasts all day and then some. So it's been working for me. As long as I make sure everything's charged and I don't have any loose connections, we're good to go when tournaments roll around. Will do. All right, guys. Be cool, man. Trucker John Billy, what up, man? Sorry I didn't get on when you first started, but I'm here now. Oh, that's all good. Uh, Looking forward to October, my friend. Glad you're here. I mean, like I said, I hadn't been live in quite some time, so I'm really glad y'all showed back up and haven't deserted you. It's been real crazy, and you guys will start seeing more and more of me. Lamar, what lake did you and Frank go to? That was Houston County, Lamar. You gonna go there and try and beat the record? That I wasn't even worried about it, but Frank's like, man, you just got it. You might as well go do it. Go fill it out and get it weighed. So, and yeah, Houston County black crappie record was 2000 from 2008 was 196, and that one I caught was 2 pounds right on the money. I was thinking, man, could really use that 2.00 come state championship, because that's a big person, that added money deal we got going on. But I'll take it. That fish was 15 and a quarter inches long, 2 pounds right on the money, but the girth of it was 14 inches. The girth of it was crazy. And come springtime, that thing would have been two and a half easy, I'm sure. There's some pretty good fish in there. You got to work for them, though. It's a good lake go to. Go check it out, Lamar. And you're watching me tonight, so I pretty much just told everybody how to break that lake down. It's pretty simple and where the fish are at. So you already got a head up on that lake. So it's about hour and a half from here to get there. It's not really that far, but fun little lake. Looking forward to an update video on your black crappie lake record. Oh yeah, I will have that video out this week. I'm gonna work on it. And yesterday I just got everything into the computer and threw that little 3-minute preview together. Um, but yeah, I will be working on that this week and should have it out by the end of the week for y'all. And then once I do that, I will get part 2 of the one man limit from Lake Conroe out. I have all that footage. I've had that video done for probably I would say a month and a half maybe, but it wouldn't export for me. And I did everything in my power to try and get it exported because I'd already spent a few hours on it getting it ready to be exported, and the computer just would keep freezing up. So I had to put everything on an external hard drive, erase the video that I had made by wiping that editor clean and resetting it. So now I got to redo that video as well, and I had it done and ready for y'all, but I'm not the greatest with electronics unless they're on a boat. East Outdoors, do you have a calendar for your guiding trips and cost? I do, Beast. I pretty much have it in my computer here. I can tell you my cost right now. I am pretty. I have the August. I only have a couple booked for this summertime right now. I hadn't been booking a lot, tournaments and all that, but 6th and 7th of August I'm booked, and after that I only do it on the weekends, unless it's real slow at work, which it is. So I have some. I can probably do some here in the near future for the next few weeks during the week, um, but I'm pretty much wide open after the 6th and 7th, unless it falls on a tournament day. So the 11th, the 12th, and 13th I can't. So that weekend's a bust. And then on into September, I guess the whole week I'll be gone to Mississippi, and then November I'll have a whole week. The first and second week I'll be up in Tennessee at the Dale Hollow Invitational. So, but yeah, you can call me, Beast, or email me. My emails are in the comments. It goes for any one of you if you want to go on a trip with me. And I still owe a trip to, oh my goodness, I got it written down. But I do still owe a trip. We just seem like we can't never get hooked up. John Billy, definitely looking forward to this fall. Absolutely, my friend. We're going to have fun. I'll put you on some slabs, brother. Cedric, Black Guys TV. Awesome, JJ. I do my deer hunting and hog hunting by the Houston County Lake area. I hunt in Grapeland, Texas. Nice. Nice. Very good. I don't do much hunting down here. That's all I did growing up, but I just don't have the time. It's too hot to hunt. Coming from New York, I don't even think about hunting season until it gets down into the 40s and 50s. Down here, man, it don't get that cold till after deer season's over. So my hunting's been put on standby. Man, I got some pretty nice bucks on the wall from New York. That's all we did. But oh, that's awesome, man. Own a trip to Fly Guy. Man, I'm telling you, come on down, Cedric. I told you, you need to get your butt down here, or I'll meet you. Shoot, we go fish that. We'll go fish at Houston County. You want to meet me there? We'll go up there sometime. Any lake. I don't mind driving an hour or two. But yeah, holler at me. 922. JJ, buddy, been listening, trying to fish some. trying to fish some wife chores. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be on much longer. I've been on here an hour, tied up a few more. We'll tie up one more for you guys. But yeah, bite's been pretty good from what I've seen. Dead sticking. I can give y'all a hint right there. Don't do too much movement. Put it in front of their face. If you ain't got live scope, ain't no big deal. Get on them brush piles. You know, even with your 2D, like I said, you'll see that thermocline. But get on them brush piles and the right depth of water that have fish. And don't do much movement with your jigs. The summertime, they don't want a lot. That's what I've been finding. You don't do much movement, and they'll eventually hit it. Smaller profile. If that don't work, tip jig with a minnow. If that don't work, move on. Move to a different pile. Eventually, if you're persistent enough, and that's where I am very persistent when it comes to this stuff. I'll be out there and I will find them. I will find the ones that bite. You're gonna come to a pile where they ain't gonna want to bite. You know, they'll chase, but they won't bite. You can throw everything at them but the kitchen sink, and they still won't bite. Don't spend too much time on them. Move on to the next one. Because there's a pile 20 feet away or 50 feet away, or you know what I mean, that they're on that they will bite. But summertime fishing for them can be a challenge. I'm seeing it a lot from other guides on Lake Conroe right now, talking about how the crappie are stumping them. They're not having a very good bite. And I get it because I've fished Conroe since I've been down here. And certain days are very tough on Conroe. But dead sticking, when I say dead sticking, just hold it as still as you can right above their head. Every now and then, maybe give it a little pop. Not much. My presentation, 9 times out of 10, or 95% of the time, my presentation is a very slow, get it down where I want, above them. Give it a little pop, maybe get them to recognize it when they flare. Slowly, with a steady motion, not stopping it at all. Steady motion, slowly pulling it up. Keep pulling it away from them. And that's the presentation I will use probably 99% of the time, because usually that's what works the best. All right, let's see here. 922, I was just given a Humminbird 581, trying to figure it out. The Old Fish Elite 480 died, 35 years of good service, planning on funeral for her. No doubt. I have not used Humminbirds too much. I used to have like the old 100 portable ones, and I think I still have a couple of them in the garage. I don't even use it anymore. But I've used Garmin for many years now. Before Live Scope came out, I had a color unit that I used to jig for for lake trout with. On 2D, I could watch. I'd use a 3/4 inch, or yeah, 3/4 ounce to 1 ounce jig heads with about a 5-inch fluke tail on it, and I would jig for lake trout in 75 to 100 foot of water. And if you held that just right under your transducer on them older Garmin units, that's what I had, you could watch that jig fall. There would be a line going right down to the bottom, and you could literally watch them lake trout lift off the bottom. And as soon as you seen them lift to start coming to your jig, so it's almost like live scope back in the day. As soon as they started coming to that jig, if you just started reeling pretty fast, man, they would hammer it. That was so much fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all the units I've ever had from Garmin. Sid says, "What material did you say you are using?" Um, this right here is a medium Chanel that I'm using for the body. It's pretty much a yellow bucktail. This is all my bucktail. And then I have some shine, which is they call it flash blue or whatever. And I mean, I got so many different colors, and here's some chartreuse. I mean, it looks yellow on the screen. I mean, this stuff I don't even have in my packaging. I have it up here because this is colors I've been using. Here's some pretty blue. Just so many different colors and styles. Here's one that's like a rainbow flash, it's a mess. This here is actually a synthetic material that I use for tail, and you can see I blow on it, and it's kind of like it's really soft, like a rabbit pelt. This is the same. It's a synthetic, same deal. Gives it a little different action in the water than your bucktail. But for years I've been tying just bucktail, and for years I've been catching lots of crappie with it. But yeah, I got a lot of different materials here. And typically it's bucktail and Chanel and shine, and I mean, here's some chrome. I just powder coated a bunch of these before I went to Sam Rayburn. And here's some chrome jig heads so I can make some nice silver looking baits. A lot of times I'll just use a lead head too. You don't need a color. When I'm switching out plastics and all that, just a regular, or even putting a minnow on just a plain lead head works. With no plastic on it. I do that a lot. I used to catch yellow perch. We'd just take a jig head like this, hook the minnow right down or up through the mouth, come out between its eyes, so it sits there. That's all you need. You don't need plastic or nothing like that. You drop it down and hold it still over top of them this time here. Let's see. James says, JJ had a fish on Sam Rayburn, followed the jig all the way up to the top of the water, and as the jig came out of the water, the crappie breached and tried to take it. Yeah, that ain't no joke. I mean, and that goes to 99.9% of the time. I'm constantly just pulling it away from that fish, and I can watch them. I'm just constantly pulling, and that fish followed me all the way to the surface, which many of them do. But he actually, when I pulled that, he bit it right at the surface and jumped right out of the water after it. It was pretty awesome. Of course, I didn't have my camera going. That would have been pretty neat. But they are an aggressive fish. They're finicky, but yeah, they're pretty much a ferocious predator in there. I think if they were as big as a bass or bigger, I think the bass would be in trouble because them things I think are a little more aggressive, nasty predator than the bass are. They're an awesome fish. I don't know. There's something about them, man. They just get my blood going. It's crazy. 922. That's the material I've been using. Okay. So that's what you've been using. You've been using this synthetic rabbit fur or whatever. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It gets really good motion in the water for sure. It's a different motion. Um, it all works. Presentation, profile and presentation and color. I mean, those are your three main factors. I think profile plays a bigger part than color sometimes. Presentation, I think, plays a bigger part than all of it. So, I mean, in that order, in my mind, from what I've experienced over the years, you have probably presentation is going to be your number one key to success. Once you find that right presentation that works 99.9% of the time, and I just told you how I do it, that slow pull, drop it down in on them. As soon as you see them react, hold it there, see what they do. They start coming at it, just very, very slowly. Pull it away from them and keep pulling it steady. Don't stop pulling it because that'll turn them right away a lot of times. So presentation, I think, is number one. Profile to me, I think, is number two. Size of your bait, just the style of it, and then color, I think, is going to be number three on my list. So pretty much what I got figured out. You know, bringing info at you guys that works for me. It's all I use is bucktails. It's all I use on Grenada is unpainted heads. Yeah. You don't need to. I mean, like I said, I think color is probably the third in line for me. Only we do different colors. It's a confidence thing. You go to a lake and you're confident in chartreuse, you're gonna catch fish on it. Black and pink. I have 5 different colors that I really, really like for all over, and I've been using them for years, and they work. Dirty water, black and chartreuse is always good. Black and pink is killer color in dark water. Even sometimes a white and chartreuse works good in dirty water. Clear water, your natural color baits. Um, you know, monkey milk. Uh, a blue and silver, or just all silver. That natural color, more of a clear translucent color in clear water works really well. Glow in the dark colors work really well in clear water, from my experience. But yeah, squirrel. I have a coyote tail on the dash of my truck that I shot back in New York. During deer season. It's been on my truck and it's been fading to a really, really blonde color. And it's a good thing I don't run out of these bucktails and stuff, because that coyote tail might really, really make some good jigs. And they're probably going to end up using it someday. But it's just been kind of sitting on my dash for the last 10, 12 years. So it's faded pretty good. It's a blonde. I might just have to use it. But yeah, squirrel tail. Yep, I'm sure. Even my dog, I could probably brush him out and get some hair off of him and use him as a German Shepherd. How's little man's arms after that catfish Saturday? Oh man, he told me yesterday. He's like, man, Dad, my arm is sore. My shoulders. Man, I felt bad not getting that in the boat, but that was 40 minutes just watching him and trying to tell him what to do. And man, he battled that thing. You can see at the end of that video, he's doing all he's got, man. He's just a pumping that fish. And it was a monster. I don't know what it weighed. I mean, if I had to guess, it was probably a 50-pound fish anyway. Could have been more. I don't know. But yeah, those are memories right there, regardless of it getting off or, whether we would have got it in the boat. He never would have been able to lift it. I'd have had to lift it up for him. And we'd got pictures and all that. I would have loved to have done that for him, but it's what it is. Even I make mistakes, and my mistake was not getting the net in the boat, leaving it in the back of the truck at the ramp. I thought about trolling motor and it down to the ramp, which wasn't far. It was in sight, but the problem was there was a lot of standing timber in between us and that ramp. And he had already got right at the end there where he broke off. He had already gotten stuck in some timber, and even though you're using braided line, when you got something that heavy and it's rubbing on the, I mean, you don't see it in the video. The line did get stuck in the trolling motor. I lifted the trolling motor up and I got the line with the fish fighting. I got the line untangled from the trolling motor, so the line already took a beating there. And then the fish got us wrapped in a tree, so the line's getting a beating down there. And after 40 minutes of it, and then me just pulling them up, I had him there, and he just gave me that one good pop, and it was it. But it's a memory he's never going to forget. And he knows what's in that lake now, and he's excited to go back. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to go on catfishing trips now. So it's good. I love getting him out there, keeping his interest, and keeping him occupied other than the video games. Because he's a typical 11-year-old, and they love video games. So the more I can get him outdoors and stuff like that, it's a win-win for me. And he's gonna remember that day for the rest of his life. I'm sure someday he's gonna be sitting with his kids or out there fishing because he's gonna fish. Just from all the times I've taken him, he loves it. He'll be telling his kids a story or something someday. That's awesome. So, but yeah, his arms were sore, James. It was really, really, really good stuff. And we did get a mess load of crappie that day. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Is anyone selling or know who is selling an egg-style weight with a hook in it for panfish? James, there is one company I know of, Less than Keaton. They've used them. I will find that out for you. Blue and silver flute has been awesome for me. Yep, blue and silver. Matter of fact, I used the 2-inch bait, little shad profile. It was actually a blue body with a chartreuse tail on Rayburn. But as Friday, I used a blue top body, same profile. Had a blue top, a silver bottom, with a chartreuse tail. And yeah, it worked really well. I didn't have to tip the minnow. Frank was tipping the minnows. I wasn't, and I was putting just as many, if not more, fish in the boat. So. It was a good time. DH. What I meant. Ronnie Harris, what's up? How you doing? Georgia. How's the weather in Georgia? And y'all guys got me on here tonight, hour and 20 minutes. Y'all must have missed me. But that's sad though. Ronnie, I'm sorry, bud, but I'm about to get off here. I've been on here an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm glad you showed up for a minute, but I did a little bit of tying here. Nothing spectacular, but doing a little orange and chartreuse, and pretty much all the same. Nice dark horse baits. I haven't got through all those baits yet. Guys, look forward to that video coming out this week. I'm going to work hard to get it done and get it done proper, and hopefully it's a good video. I know I have some good footage, and I plan on having that one out this week, and next week I will have part 2 of the One Man Limit, where I was out by myself on Conroe. We have part 1 on the channel now, but pretty good information in the second part, and I've been dying to get it out to you guys, but like I said, computer issues. They're taken care of now. Shouldn't have a problem getting them out. But other than that, y'all stay safe. I will come back live next Monday. See if I can get back in the routine of this thing, and try and bring some more tips, tricks, and keep you guys updated on the tournament and stuff like that we got going on. And y'all have a blessed week, and be safe, tight lines, and be careful in that heat, y'all. And we will see you next week. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for being subscribers. I really appreciate it. And y'all got my emails. A lot of you have my phone numbers. Y'all got questions, need answers for, or anything, holler at me. Y'all want to go on a trip with me? Give me a holler. And till next week, guys. God bless y'all.